It's been a week since the last news segment, and I want to share some additional news that has rolled out, including, of course, Publish Drive has a new deal right now all the way up to like November, where you can get 50% off their access. There is also some warning about Q4 print on demand. If you are getting ready to print out some books and you're getting ready to publish, now's the time to get on top of it. I'll give you more details about that here in just a second. And Barnes & Noble Press has a new promotional tool. It's 100% free to account holders. I think this is a great step in the right direction for Barnes & Noble Press. I just wish they would be a little less slow, but it's kind of cool to see that they've got promotional tools for us indie authors that we can leverage. All that in the self-publishing news for October the 21st, 2024. And as per usual, as we transition over into the news segment, I want to give a big shout out to my sponsors, Book Award Pro. They are technology-driven, humans-given. Book Award Pro is known as the fresh, modern way for how authors get discovered, win validation, and sell more books. We're also a team of real people who take pride in our work in providing excellent customer service. Book Award Pro is more than software. We're a partner to help authors succeed. I've shared so many times here in the past about how I've used Book Award Pro to get 34 book awards across 7 publications, and it's amazing. Actually, they are the ones that I can share with you just now that I was able to submit my book, Self-Publishing for New Authors, to the Pulitzer Prize for general nonfiction books. Sadly, I'm going to have to wait until next year to find out the results, but I've got an alarm on my phone. I think it's in May is when we'll find out the results. The deadline for that was October 15th, by the way, so it's already come and gone if you're wanting to submit. But that's really cool that it was able to match me up with something like that. I wouldn't have otherwise known that. I've always wanted to submit my book to Pulitzer Prize, but I was like, how do you do it? What do you do it? What do you go about it? And all I had to do was just let them handle it. With the Pro plan, it gives you everything that you could possibly need. But if you're a bit more cash strapped, they do have a free option available for you that you can kind of go at your own pace and choose the things that you feel is most fitting for you. Visit dalelinks.com/bookawardpro for more details. All right, big shout out over to Danica Favorite. She's the community manager of Publish Drive. She said to me this past week, just in case you have time or desire to share, I do. Publish Drive has a sale going on now through November 4th. All of our plans are 50% off through November the 4th. Now, just as a quick heads up, you're probably going, Dale, what the heck? Hang on a second. This is a self-publishing company. It's an aggregate publisher. Think of aggregate publishers like Draft Digital, where it sends it out to numerous different retailers and online libraries and things like that, or Ingram Spark for that matter, or Lulu, or things like that. You have direct methods like KDP that doesn't necessarily go beyond Amazon necessarily. So with Publish Drive, though, they're different from the other ones. The other ones typically take a percentage of your profits when you go to publish through them. But with Publish Drive, you pay them a monthly subscription fee to distribute your books. Now, just as a heads up, right now, they do have one free ebook for every account holder out there. So if you want to distribute a ebook for free, you can go through Publish Drive, no problems whatsoever, and use all of the tools that they have within there. Now, could you be able to distribute the print book or audiobook for free through them? No, you're going to have to upgrade for something like that, but at least it will give you a good idea. So this is a kind of a nice way if you want to get 100% of net profits as opposed to sacrificing some of those earnings to the other platforms. Nothing against those other ones. This is the way to go. Now, if you go to upgrade, though, right now, there's the 50% off. Now, is that going to be in perpetuity that you're going to get that 50% off? I don't know. Most likely it's going to apply to either a month-to-month basis or on an annual plan. You'll have to contact their support. All you got to do is go over to my affiliate link at dalelinks.com/publishdrive. There should be a pop-up window. If you wait just about less than half of a minute, it'll pop it up and tell you 50% off your next plan. So again, dalelinks.com/publishdrive. All right. Here are the warnings for the holiday rush coming up here. The very first one's coming from Draft Digital. Order your author copies and proofs before the holiday rush. As you know, the holidays can get hectic, and if you consider the possibility of supply chain issues that can negatively impact on-time package delivery during the holiday crunch, it's important to think strategically about your print shipping needs. For those using D2D print, we want your experience to be as hassle-free as possible. We encourage you to order any proofs or author copies of your print books before the holiday rush starts. For all customers, we recommend ordering by December 6th to ensure on-time holiday delivery. So by December 6th for Draft Digital if you need to get their print books. And of course, this is also information that's coming out from, let me hit Apple first. Apple Books has the holiday season delivery schedule. If you plan on releasing a book on Apple Books between November 25th and January 6th, remember to check the following delivery deadlines. I'll read them off for you here. Release date, November 25th. Your delivery date should be on the 11th. December 2nd is going to be the release date. Make sure that you have your delivery on November the 18th. Release date on the 16th of December, you need to get it up by December 2nd. December 23rd, you need to get it up by December 9th, and release date on December 30th. You need to have the delivery date by December 16th. And last but not least, January 6th, you need to get it up by December 16th. Books delivered after these deadlines may not be available on the desired release date. Due to the high volume of deliveries and updates we receive during this time of year, we do not recommend making changes between December 23rd and December 30th. Make sure to submit any important content, pricing changes, or clearance changes by the respective deadlines. All right. And that's, by the way, if you happen to be using aggregate publisher like Drafted Digital or Publish Drive, something like that, to get to Apple, you don't need to worry about that. If you're going direct, though, through Apple Books for Authors, that's when you do need to be very aware of it. Me personally, I've just never been a big fan of the Apple Books for Authors, especially more recently since they've put a lot of things and a lot of friction in place for account holders. I just skip all that. I go to Publish Drive because I get 100% net profits. I don't need to worry about the headache on that. All right, moving a little further forward here, Barnes & Noble wanted to let you know print-on-demand discount and holiday deadlines. The year-end rush is coming, and there's no time to lose. Get ahead of the game by placing print-on-demand orders by November 20th for hardcovers and December 4th for paperbacks to guarantee they're ready by the holidays. And because we've got your back during Preptober, we're offering a sweet 10% discount on any single POD order over $50 through the end of November. Now's the time to lock in your savings and get prepped for the busy months ahead. So again, if you're doing Barnes & Noble Press, folks, you got the hardcover books. Make sure you get that order in by November 20th. And for paperbacks, it's got to be in by December the 4th. And speaking of Barnes & Noble, they actually have a new ad banner design tool. Level up your book promotions with our powerful new ad banner design tool. Whether you're an author or publisher, this free tool is designed to streamline your marketing and save you time. No more fussing with resizing or intuitive interface. Our intuitive interface lets you create eye-catching, perfectly sized graphics for social media, newsletters, and websites in just a few clicks. It's never been easier to promote your book like a pro. And there is a link, of course, inside the show notes as per usual, but it'll probably drop you inside your Barnes & Noble Press account. Now, if you don't have an account over at Barnes & Noble Press, I highly recommend you check it out. There is a little bit of issue getting things set up, but as soon as you get through all the paperwork and things like that, it's actually a pretty good site. And I played around with their new book promotion tool. It is dead simple to use. I would say it's very comparable to what you could actually get through Bookbrush. So if you're already using Bookbrush, you could probably just ignore me. But I would say maybe take it for a test run. 100% free to all account holders. It's one of my favorite prices. All right, some important events coming up here. I want to let you know that Story Origin is going to be hosting a webinar. This is on Tuesday, October 22nd. It's tomorrow as I'm recording this at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Join us for an insightful Q&A session with Rebecca Hefner, USA Today best-selling author with 30-plus titles out, as she shares her expertise on producing and distributing audiobooks. They'll cover challenges of adapting written work for audio, navigating the author-narrator relationship, expectations around time, costs, and upsides, and real-world experiences in marketing and promoting audiobooks. So go over, get yourself a free seat. Yes, reserve that free seat over with Story Origin. Link in the show notes as per usual. And speaking of webinars, Bookbrush is going to be offering one on Author's Survival Toolkit. Must-have tools for marketing and advertising success. This is on Friday, October 25th. At 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime. Join us and unlock the power of essential tools every author needs to streamline their journey from manuscript to marketing. Go ahead and take a look at that one. And I just had the pleasure, and I'm not sure if anybody knows this just yet, I have been working with the Alliance of Independent Authors for over a year on their Self-Publishing with Ally podcast. And most recently, we pivoted over from my Reaching More Readers podcast to now I'm doing an interview format with the Branding, Marketing and Promotion podcast segment. It's a monthly segment. And this month, actually, I had the pleasure of getting to talk with Pauline Wiles. She is a website expert and gives great insights. Love chatting with Pauline. She was just a breath of fresh air and just such positive energy. Go over and take a look at that podcast. It was a lot of fun. It's all audio, by the way. And speaking of audio and video, you can go get an interview I had over with the Hustle Inspires Hustle podcast. what a great podcast. I've been doing many podcast interviews over the past 4 or 5 months now, and this was probably my most favorite one. Alex Quinn runs a solid show, asks some great questions. We talk about crafting best-selling books and marketing strategies, and we talk about my unlikely story to my growth to where I am today and some of the things I plan on doing beyond that. But you can go ahead and take a look at that over at hustleinspireshustle.com. Link, of course, inside the show note. Great interview, by the way. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. And speaking of great interviews, this past week, I had the pleasure of speaking with Sherry over at Readerviews. I actually won a book award for how to write a book in 48 hours. And part of winning that was I got to get a free interview. And I was like, this is cool. So I had the pleasure of sitting down with Sherry, and we got to speak a little bit more in depth about the book, some of the processes, and some of the arguments and questions that usually come up about writing a book within 48 hours. And it was perfect timing, considering that coming up here pretty soon, I'm going to be launching a book on how to write a nonfiction book in 24 hours. We even talk about that a little bit more in depth. And speaking of my latest books, have you had a copy yet of Networking for Authors, Strategies to Supercharge Your Writing Career? You need to get your hands on that. Go over to dalelinks.com/networking. And if you'd like to get advanced access to how to write a nonfiction book in 24 hours, not 48 hours, in 24 hours, you can go get an advanced reader copy when you join my team over at dalelinks.com/ARC team. That's ARC team. You can join that. It is right now open. I'm going to tell you this. This was the book that I produced for a video earlier this year, and now it's finally showing up. So now you can kind of see exactly how it turned out. It required a lot of work. Probably more than any of the other books, but it's because I wrote it in 24 hours, and you can learn a little bit more about that inside the book when you pick it up as part of the Advanced Reader Copy team. Don't wait. Go get it. Otherwise, you're going to have to spend full retail value, which the ebook's going to be $7.99 upon launch, and the print book's going to be $19.99 for paperback and $29.99 on hardcover. Might as well get the Advanced Reader Copy. Big shout out over to Book Award Pro. I've just gushed about them time and again. Folks, get yourself book awards as well as reviews. There are a ton of testimonials. Take a moment. Go over and browse their testimonials. These are a lot of very real authors who are winning awards and getting reviews through this amazing platform, dalelinks.com/bookawardpro. What'd you think about some of the pieces of news that we covered today? Did I miss anything in particular? Let me know inside the Discord community. It'd be awesome if you join me over in my Discord community at dalelinks.com/discord. There is over 1,000 authors and self-publishers in there, and it's just such a positive environment. So super cool people over there. See so for yourself when you join me over there again. All right, in the meantime, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I will catch you in next week's news. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Special shout out to my channel members for both the podcast channel and the main channel. Without your support, some projects we do at Self-Publishing with Dale would be much harder to fund. If you want to contribute to the cause, visit dalelinks.com/memberships for details and get your on-screen shout out at the end of each broadcast. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll see you soon.